My name is Rex Dixon.
Greg Stein.
Clint from EA Sports.
You're watching NBL.
You're watching the NBL Network. And you're watching the MBLN Network.
It doesn't get bigger than this, folks. This is where legends are born. The NBL proudly brings to you the Madden 18 EA Access Tournament, brought to you by Daddy Leagues. Take your online leagues to the next level with Daddy Leagues. LeagueCrawler.com, connecting the best leagues with the best players. And Web3KS.com, the leaders in affordable graphic design. Hey, what is going on, everyone? It's a big day here in the MVL and around the Madden community. It is time to announce the brackets for the MBL EA Access Madden 18 Tournament. And as always, that's brought to you by our sponsors. Big thanks to all of them. Of course, LeagueCrawler.com, Web3KS.com, and Daddy Leagues. Check out their websites. These guys do great work, whether it's graphics, whether it's all the stats for CFMs, or whether it's helping find the right league for you. Head over to any of our websites, LeagueCrawler.com, Web3KS.com, or DaddyLeagues.com. Big thanks to all our sponsors. That's right. Right now, we're going to be revealing the bracket for the 64-man MBL EA Access Tournament. Starting on Thursday, folks. It is just around the corner. Can't believe how quickly it's come around in just a few short days. 4 short days, we're going to have our hands on Madden 18, and then on the 22nd, we'll get that full game instead of just 10 hours. So let's remind everyone of the rules and what we're playing for, and then we'll reveal the bracket. So first of all, the rules. Of course, you have to have EA Access, you have to have GroupMe, and the ability to stream your games. If any of those are an issue for anybody, please message myself or Unisolated in that GroupMe chat. I think everybody is in the GroupMe chat, so we know everyone has GroupMe. You got to have availability to schedule your games. We will have our 4 runners, which will announce the runners for each of the bracket regions. They will be handling the scheduling. You'll be working with your runner to get your games scheduled, as well as scheduling anybody who wants to be on the NBL Live broadcast. We'll be doing that 12-hour stream for day 1. So that's a big part of this is scheduling, and we'll go into scheduling in more detail inside the chat. You don't have to play one game on day 1, one game on day 2. If the bracket is progressing forward and you can schedule games, we're going to let people schedule as necessary, but that once we hit that final 4, those are going to be on the last 2 days of the tournament. So once you select a team, you can't play as that team for the remainder of the tournament. So let's say you start out as the Miami Dolphins and you win the first round. Dolphins are out for the rest of the tournament, so pick your team strategically. The runners will be running a coin flip for the game. The winner of the coin flip gets to choose whether they want to be the first, get the first choice of team, or they want to be the home team. So if you prefer home field advantage, you can pick to be home field, or you get to choose your team first. And of course, no same team matchups. We don't want to see the Dolphins on the Dolphins. So we're going to have different teams in every game. So those are the rules. It's pretty short and simple. Everything else, it's up to you guys. And if you have any questions, of course, message myself or Unisolated in the chat. All right, let's take a look at what we are playing for. This is the prize list, folks. First place gets that Antonio Brown signed jersey and a copy of the Madden 18 GOAT Edition. So if you're hoping to win that Madden 18 GOAT Edition, don't buy your game just yet. You can get EA Access and play without the actual game. GOAT Edition does get you that game 3 days earlier, right after EA Access. So if you really want to try to get that free game, don't buy it just yet, because you could possibly win it with a first place or second place gets a copy of that GOAT Edition, as well as an NBL custom controller. Third and fourth place will each get a 3-month Xbox Live gift card, as well as an NBL t-shirt. And fifth through eighth, you get yourself some NBL swag as well, one of those NBL t-shirts. We also are going to be raffling prizes. All of our prizes will be raffled off on day 1 during that 12-hour stream, which will start at 11 a.m. We'll be raffling off another NBL custom controller, a copy of Madden 18 GOAT Edition, a bunch of t-shirts. I think we have a hoodie as well, and an Xbox Live gift card. So a bunch of raffles. So even if you don't win, you still have an opportunity to win some prizes. So don't tune. We'll be announcing those prize winners and the raffle winners during that 12-hour stream. So that's what everyone's playing for. And now it's time to find out who everyone is playing. 64-man tournament, 4 regions, just like the NCAA brackets. I'll go through each one, announce all of the matchups, and we'll see where everyone matches up. So let's start out. Let's take a look at that bracket. Right there. There it is. That is the 64-man tournament. We're going to start out in the East region, and starting at the top. Seeding was all random, by the way, so if you're offended by your seed, it was just randomly assigned. First seed is Lip Ripper. Of course, co-commissioner of the MBL. He'll be facing off against Unisolated, one of our MBL members, and the host of Building the Franchise, Jacksonville. The 8-9 matchup is going to be RonEffect77. Check him out on YouTube, youtube.com/RonEffect77. He'll be facing off against Claw Wizard, Grid member, owner of the Lions right now, Grid in their last season, so good matchup there at 8-9. The 5-12 matchup is an MBL battle between Playa Partner and Doughboy. Two guys in the MBL, two of our long-standing members in the MBL. They'll be facing off in the first round. At the 4-13 matchup, we have 50 Shades K Matt from the Ultimate Sim Football Championship, USFC. He'll be facing off against Killicam 2190. At the 6-11 matchup, we have Constable Crim, Grid Seahawks. He'll be facing off against somebody who he sees in Grid all the time. It is the Grid Giants Hitman at that 6-11 matchup. 3-14, this should be a fun one. It is Timbo, one of our Bleacher Report reporters. Of course, he is in both the Grid and the MBL. Timbo will be facing off against Grid member Captain Planet 4. That 7-10 matchup is a Grid MBL matchup. Gub from the MBL, Dark Brawler, the Grid Colts. I think he's on the top of the call-up list as well right now, so that should be a fun matchup. And finally, this is one of those matchups we will see on the MBL 12-hour stream. It is Black Phoenix. If you don't know Black Phoenix, go to his Twitch or his YouTube. His YouTube channel is Black Phoenixify, twitch.tv/Black Phoenix. Check him out. Big Madden player. He'll be facing off against the Grid Jaguars in J-Gut. So that is your East region, folks. Some interesting matchups. Of course, some of these matchups were made because players requested to play this particular person. So, for example, Lip and Unisolated, they requested each other in the first round. So some of these are that. Some of them are just random. For example, I'm excited for that 3-14 matchup. Timbo versus Captain Planet. Two guys who have played in the Grid before. That should be a fun one. And then there's some guys here who I just don't know. There are a lot of people in this tournament who joined because they checked out one of our MBL live streams or applied to the tournament because they heard a friend was going to be in it. So, for example, that 50 Shades Matt and Killicam 2190. I'd love to see what those guys are made up, and it'll be fun to see where they go in the tournament. Now, if you are in this East region, your runner will be Porter. Porter will be your runner, and he'll be messaging everybody sometime tonight. So get thinking about your scheduling, folks. Again, this will kick off on August 17th for that 12-hour stream, and we're hoping to get a couple of these games on there. So that is your East region. We have revealed 16 of the teams. If you'll excuse me, I need a drink of water because I'm excited. I'm pumped here on the selection show. Refreshing. All right, let's get going to the South region. And let's see who is going to be here in the South region. At the top of the South region, the 1 seed Porter himself, the runner for the East region, Grid admin and MBL member. He'll be facing off against Notch08, the member of the Grid, pleases the Washington Redskins. 8-9, folks. This is going to be a matchup on the live stream you don't want to miss. At 8, it is Raining Ravens. If you don't know him, you got to go check out his YouTube channel, youtube.com/RainingRavens1. Check him out. He is a lot of fun to watch. He'll be facing off against another Ravens, the battle of the YouTube Ravens. It is Ingraven. You can check him out on YouTube. It's youtube.com. He is Ingraven Vids 2.0. Search that on YouTube. You can check out his channel. He does a lot of vlogs about anything coming up Baltimore Ravens, and at the moment, it's been a rough offseason for the Ravens, so we get to see those two guys in the first round. That's going to be a marquee matchup here on MBL Live. 5-12, we have Florida fan from the T4SCFM. He's going to be facing off against Nicholson Dimes. That should be a fun one. And then we got another friend of the MBL, a big YouTuber. Actually, I would call him an Uber YouTuber. It is Uber himself, youtube.com/Uber YouTuber. Check him out. He'll be facing off in the first round against Grid member Project Fat. Check him out on YouTube, youtube.com/Project Fat. That E, that's a 3. It's clever there. See that on YouTube all the time. Project Fat, Uber, know they know each other. Met up at EA Play, so that should be a fun first round matchup. 6-11, we have MBL member Serpent. He'll be facing off against the co-commissioner of the XCFL, Supalini. Happy to have you aboard here in the tournament. Good luck against Serpent. And 3-14. we have Charter04. You can find him youtube.com/youthpastor79. He'll be facing off against one of our grid admins, MBL members, and Friday the 13th aficionado, Z-Star. You can find him on Friday the 13th a lot of nights. 710. We got Relian Cell Block 600. He's going to have a fun matchup in the first round. If you haven't seen Draco play, the Draco defense, very famous in the MBL. Hard-hitting defense. It'll be fun to see how that translates to Madden 17. And finally, it's the commish himself, one of our MBL Live personalities, the King Bomber himself. He'll be facing off against Pharmacomania. Fun fact, Unisolated's brother. Tough task in the first round. He's been calling out Bomber in the chat, and I know Bomber is excited to face off against Pharmacomania. So that is our South region, and this one, of course, that 8-9 matchup is one that we're going to have on the 12-hour live stream. It's going to be a huge game. Two big YouTube personalities facing off in the first round, Reigning Ravens and Engraven, and it does set up an interesting path for one of those guys to match up against Porter, or even if they're able to upset Porter. Look at down the line, we could be looking at a possible Elite 8 matchup between either Reigning Ravens and Engraven and Bomber himself. Also, look out for Uber and Project Fat. That one's going to be a hard-fought battle between those two. I know they're good friends on Twitter, and we met up at EA Play, and Uber's one of the nicest guys, and Fat is not bad. You're welcome, Fat, for that one. So that should be a fun one, 4-13 matchup. And again, folks, if you're offended by your seeding, you can blame the random number generator, because we just randomly put these people in seeds. Move a couple matchups around to make sure we had the best ones possible, but the majority of this is randomly done. So half the bracket is done, and I know half of you are sitting there going, where am I? I want to know where I am playing. Well, let's go to the Midwest region. Oh, let me say, South, your runner is going to be N-Train. So look out. N-Train will be messaging you guys for scheduling and all that stuff. So, as I move down my spreadsheet. There we go. Well, let's go right to the Midwest region. Half the bracket has been revealed. Let's go to the other half in the Midwest region. Let's start out at the top. It is going to be, you may see that AU165. That's our very own Sonny Weaver, MBL Creative Director, MBL Live personality. He'll be facing off against TDM Maverick from the Madden Thunder CFM. Good matchup in the first round. We'll see how Sonny can do, how he can handle somebody from the Madden Thunder CFM. 8-9 matchup. It is Frylock just into the tournament today. Fry MBL member. He'll be facing off against Nephew Chicago. 5-12. This is one of those battles that was requested. It's the Battle of the MBL Blitz podcast. Both hosts facing off first round. It is TFA versus Mr. Chunky. That should be awesome to watch. 4-13. We have Denby versus NBL member Eric G. 6-11, we have Heel Green Ranger against the commish from the USFC Online. Immaculate One. Pay no attention to that N right there. It's an M. That's just whoever made our graphics. That guy is horrible. Typos all around, and fun fact, it was me. At 3, we have MBL member Slow Surrender, our graphics guru. Shout out to Slow Surrender. He did a ton of graphics for us. Did that whole MBL top 25. Big shout out to Kyle. He'll be facing off against, I want to say it's no 1x draft pick. I'm just going to call it. I'm going to read it like I see it. No 1x draft pick from the Draft 2 Xbox One League. 7-10. It's an MBL grid matchup. Actually, these are both MBL members. It is Hound, who for Reigning Ravens and Graven out there, he got the Baltimore Ravens in our team selection show. Hound, congrats on that one. So sorry for your offseason. We'll be facing off against Bleacher Report member Bananas. And then at the 215, it's one of those requested matchups. It is Tout. He may have MBL in his name, but he's still in the grid. He'll be facing off against our executive producer, Delvar. That is the Midwest region. 3 of our regions have been revealed. Let's take a look at this one just for a second. Of course, that MBL Blitz battle between TFA and Chunky should be a great one. Of course, I'm looking at that. A lot of these guys, I'm interested to see what they're made of. Denby, Eric G. I don't know Denby personally. Be interested to see how he matches up against Eric G., who was the Giants in the MBL last season. Heel Green Ranger, Immaculate One. That will be a fun battle to watch. Get to find out a lot about those guys. And, of course, at the top, Sonny Weaver. We'll see how far Sonny can go. He actually won a first round of the playoff game this year. So good for him for getting through the playoffs, getting through one round of the playoffs in the NBL. We'll see if he has better luck here. I believe he said on one of our NBL live broadcasts that he wanted to burn that Antonio Brown jersey. So if you want to prevent that from happening, you got to beat Sonny in the Midwest region. All right. We got one more region to go. And here we go. Let's take a look at the West region, the final region. If you haven't had your name called, boy, I hope you're in here. Otherwise, you're not in the tournament. Let's start out at the top. We have Hopology. Bleacher Report, Hopology facing off against IC3U 247, the Grid Browns right now. 8-9, a battle of two long-time admins of the NBL. It is an admin battle between N-Train and October. That should be a great battle in the West region. And I'll give you the runners for these two after we finish through this graphic. At 5, and the graphics on this one, we had a snafu, and some of them exported incorrectly. 5 is Jiggy J-Rod. J-Rod, you'll be facing off against Grimy. I know it says me right there, but I'm down here. We had the After Effects graphic got all messed up at some point. So it is Grimy, and we'll send out an accurate bracket to everybody. So Grimy, if you're listening, you get to be me right now, so congratulations. That's actually kind of sad. I'm so sorry. 413, former NBL member Jugs will be facing off against M. Halpin. There we have that 6-11 matchup. That actually is me facing off against Justin Baston, NBL admin, and former owner of the Bills. He was the Bills in the NBL this year. 314, Madden Mafia versus I Really Hate Mark, and I'm saying that as his name. Mark, if you're out there, I don't hate you. I don't really know you. I Really Hate Mark. Check out his CFM, bushbowl.com, the Bushbowl CFM. 710, Grid Buccaneers versus Alex Shaban 2, and finally at the bottom, another one of our big YouTube personalities, Cool Dell Guy from the UFL CFM, facing off against Encore. You can check out Encore, youtube.com/Encore. So that is the bracket. Again, ignore that right there. Wait, hold on. I can do this. Ready? This is called live. This is going to go so poorly. I'm so sorry for whatever happens here. Let's see. Ready for this one? Ready? Live television. Now I get to try to write with the mouse, so. Oh yeah, like a one-handed 5th grader. You're welcome, everyone, for those artistic skills. See, it's Grimy. It says right there in beautiful ink, bright baby blue, in that 5-12 matchup. Now, if you are in this region, which is the West, your runner will be Gub. He'll be messaging you guys. If you are in the Midwest region, which was this particular one, your runner will be Z-Star. So those runners will be messaging you guys, and they will be in charge of all of your scheduling. So we will have them message you as to how scheduling is going to work in the EA Access Tournament. Again, we have that 12-hour stream. We're going to try to get as many games on the stream as possible, but the big one is making sure all our games get played and this tournament can roll through. And again, folks, that is the whole bracket. That is the entire one. So a couple things we'll just answer right here at the end. First of all, the question has been asked, what happens if I run out of hours? First of all, please don't run out of hours. You get 10 hours with EA Access to play the game. Make sure you quit out of the game each time, but maximum you'll be playing 5 games. Each game takes an hour, so you should have 5 hours to mess around however you want. Second of all, no custom playbooks. Mostly because in Madden, we have had issues in the past where custom playbooks cause desyncs, and we want to make sure there are as little disconnections as possible, especially in the first week of the game. So, no custom playbooks, just to make sure that the connectivity is as good as possible. So, play with the stock playbooks. Again, you're just going to be getting this game for the first time as everybody else. So, don't run out of hours, no custom playbooks. Make sure you get your game scheduled with your runner. Each game does have to be streamed, and the winner of the game take a screenshot of the final score and send it to your runner so we have a record of the game. I'm gonna head over to the chat for a second and check out the chat because I haven't had that up because I have other things running. Everybody's yelling the chat box. Go play Friday the 13th. If you haven't played Friday the 13th, go play Friday the 13th. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, appreciate everybody tuning into the selection show. Again, we'll be sending out these brackets momentarily tonight just to make sure that everybody has a copy of it and mostly that Grimey's in it. So, sorry, Grimey, for that one. But we got a lot of great matchups. Again, starting on August 17th, that is this Thursday, 11 a.m. will be when our 12-hour stream starts. We'll be going until 11 o'clock p.m., so don't miss out on that one. We're going to have some great games on there. Non-stop action. We'll be bringing on some of the players to get their impressions of the Madden 18 game. It should be a lot of fun. It's going to be a great stream and a great time to celebrate this game coming out. And we're going to be giving away a ton of prizes. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to message us in the GroupMe chat. You have your runners. Your runners will be messaging you tonight. And beyond that, good luck to everybody out there. This should be a fun tournament. Have fun. Have some fun with it. It's Madden 18. It's been a year since we got a new game. We're finally getting one. You get a chance to win an Antonio Brown jersey. So tune into our stream on Thursday, 12 hours right here on the network. Hit that subscribe button so you know when we go live. I'm your network director, OSU, and good luck to everybody in the tournament, especially me, because I want that jersey. We'll see you on Thursday right here for the EA Access Tournament on the MBL Network.